G'day, have I got a story for you? Check the disclaimer. Season 1, Episode 46, Commiserations. This episode will be narrated by Laura ReilyTruth.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have a secret. I found people like me, but they are also not like me. I have been watching them for weeks, and I really want to introduce myself to them. But also, well, maybe not. Such ambivalence. I can tell you about it, but you cannot tell anyone. Not yet. I have not concluded my reconnaissance. I need more time. You see, it all started when my best friend, Alistair, went on his early morning walk with the other early risers in our tiny town. There were 6 of us on this cold morning. Some decided to stay in their nice warm beds and go later. Alistair always went on the earliest walk. The earlier the walk, the less chance of being seen. That morning, I stayed warm and snug in bed. You might be wondering how I went on the walk, and at the same time stayed in bed. I can explain. Alistair is very tall, although he is shorter than the trees. I am very small. I do not even reach his knee when I'm standing on his foot. We are not really sure how our kinds came to be here, but we suspect we came from one of those experiments that the scientists were conducting with DNA. Alistair's guess is that he was from people crossed with something huge that was blue, which would account for his bluish-tinned skin, although we have no idea what, and neither did the scientists who found his clan. He is the only one left now that we know of. My guess is that I am from people crossed with something very small, like maybe an insect. I suspect a dragonfly, because when I saw their wings, I noticed they were like mine. Shh! Do not tell anyone I have wings. No one knows except Alistair. But I did not tell him. He is a deep thinker. He saw my memories. Of course, I cannot fly or do anything with them. I just keep them hidden by bending the light around them. They remain unseen, even when I sleep. Anyway, with Alistair being so big and me being so small, I have a lovely hammock that is cut out of one of the pillowcases, and nice warm blankets cut from bigger blankets. My hammock goes across Alistair's neck and hangs on his chest, so I'm always with him on his walks, but at the same time tucked up nice and warm in bed. Alistair never seems to get cold. Even on the coldest nights, I am warm in my bed against his chest. On this walk, I noticed in Alistair's thoughts that there was a colony of somethings close by that was not there before. Their thoughts were complex like ours, not like the animals, and we knew they were very small, like me. When we got to our sitting area, after chatting with the others, Alistair sat still for a few minutes, as he usually did, but this time he concentrated on this colony's thoughts. They were all busy thinking about building shelters, first for the children and then for themselves. They had decided to settle here. Alistair always keeps his mind linked with mine, so we always know each other's thoughts. It was common amongst his clan to link thoughts with someone. They all loved to share their talent. When Alistair watches people's thoughts, I am watching too. My talent is that I am able to bend light. Well, That is the best way I can explain it. I can make things seem like they are not there, and shape the light so it can look like something is there when it is not. Alistair and I often play hide and seek with the children, and they are getting very good at finding us, even when I use my ability. This is a fun game for children, and their reward is Alistair holding each of them up high with his arm outstretched above the trees. They all enjoy this now, although some were hesitant at first. They let us know everything they can see beyond the trees. Not only is this a game, it is also in case we are ever discovered and have to run. If the people here lose track of each other, the children are expert trackers and will always be able to find their way. They are also able to check the land, relaying relevant information to those below. Soon, we will introduce the tree climbing game as well, so that if ever we are not with them, they can do both things without us. We do not plan to ever leave this group of people, but we were both imprisoned once and want to take precautions in case that ever happens again. The people here in our tiny makeshift town have become our good friends. Alistair and I have both used our abilities to protect them many times. It is better that the city folk are not aware of us. They seem very set in their ways and not very welcoming of new people. With the colony of very small somethings settling close by, Alistair and I were both wondering the same thing. Could we integrate them into our tiny town? Their memories of usual-sized people are not good. Would they be amenable to joining us? Alistair disconnected from my mind for a moment to check all their minds simultaneously. The only time we are disconnected is when he does something that he thinks might overwhelm my mind. At these times, I feel so alone. I am used to his cheery thoughts. We discovered that maybe making our presence known to them is not such a good idea, because now we know who they are. They look similar to me, but not quite the same. For one thing, they are all slightly bigger than me, but they also seem to have the mindset of, well, they think of it as mischief. They seem to spend their lives trying to steal the city folks' food and the occasional sock that their small children snuggle down in to sleep, amongst other things. They allowed some people to catch sight of them, then hid. So when the people come back with others to show them, they were treated like they were seeing things. I do not see why many of them found that so amusing. I think it is awful. They do not know how to bend light. They also have no wings. But shh! No one is supposed to know that I have them. You will not tell anyone, will you? We were all going to stay in our little makeshift town for a few more weeks, while the buildings and the area where we will make our permanent home are being adjusted, ready for us. Alistair and Gentle Soul found the perfect place. The downstairs of the big house has huge ceilings, and Alistair should be able to stand up inside. Now Alistair and I are both wondering if we should leave sooner than we thought. Would these new little people find us? Would they be horrible to us and call it mischief like they did with the other people? I did not really want to mention the rest of the things they did to the people in town. I do not like even thinking about such things. It reminds me of the tormentors. We could not let them hurt our children or influence our children to do awful things and then laugh about it. Our children are all so lovely, and I hope that never changes. We need to contact Gentle Soul. We have been waiting 3 days so far, and Gentle Soul has once again had her mind manipulated by the tormentors, though she calls them scientists. We might have to wait until our scheduled check-in with her, which is another 2 days. Sometimes, as in the case at the moment, they mess with her mind so much that Alistair cannot find her. However, she has never missed our weekly check-in. We still go on our walks every day and listen to the little people's thoughts. I think it is funny that I think of them as little people when I know that the adults are all bigger than me, although I might just be short. The main adult that stands out to us in the colony is Shaylin. She is the leader's daughter and not only dislikes all the awful things they do to the city folk, she refuses to do them. The man Shaylin is married to is so unkind to her, and we can see that she wants to take her 2 children and baby and run away where they will never find her. Her husband, his thoughts. He thinks like the tormentors. Why does he hurt her and his children? Alistair and I discuss our commiserations at length. We wonder if we can assist Shaylin to escape this life of torture, as long as it is safe for her and her children. Oh, and for the people in our tiny town. There are also many children who hate their lessons on how to cause mischief and would rather be kind to people. 2 of them have no parents and are periodically moved from family to family, as it is tradition for their colony. The other 4 are what we would call tormented. However, the other adults all think of them as fortunate because their parents are hailed as the primary mischief makers and are thought of very highly in the colony. Well, by some. We really need to talk with Gentle Soul about all this. There is something else that I have been wondering about. Gentle Soul, besides being a deep thinker, she is also a wind tunnel maker. She has often completely forgotten that she could do that. 2 days have passed, and this is the day we connect with Gentle Soul. It is early in the morning, and we are once again on our walk. It is a beautiful sunny morning. I am sitting on Alistair's shoulder. My sweet little guinea pig is here with me, with her head on my lap. It will not be long now, and she will be a mum. I am not sure when she is due, but her stomach keeps expanding. We have been free for 8 weeks now, so they should come soon. And I am looking forward to being able to cuddle with her babies while they are small enough for me to pick up. Our morning walk was uneventful as usual, and we saw in the minds of some of the smaller people in the colony. They are exploring the forest and getting closer and closer to our tiny town, although we still remain undiscovered by those sent to investigate the area. Every person here is all packed and ready, just in case we can vacate our tiny town when we connect to Gentle Soul at midday. It has been a very quiet 3 weeks, with everyone cooperating so that we are not heard by the colony. 2 of the women will remain with their children because they have got jobs and have developed friendships with 2 men in the city and want to see if their friendship turns into something more. They look identical and will call themselves twins. They can come later if they choose. These women will rock the fallen tree after we leave to disintegrate the wind tunnel. I have another secret. Shh, do not tell the others. It is just between Alistair, you, and me. We have been monitoring the smaller people people's thoughts. They are not happy with Shaylin's kindness towards bigger people, and they are going to send her away for reinforced education on mischief without her children. Shaylin is the leader's daughter, and her dad is embarrassed and extremely angry that she is not complying with their expectations. She is mortified that they are going to take her children from her until she is re-educated. She was thinking of taking her children and running. But where? Alistair and I have been having many thought conversations with her, and some others in her colony. The big house where we will be going does not really have an attic. Well, not one a regular-sized person could live in, but someone my size could fit easily. The renovations are almost complete, and I have offered my living area to Shaylin and a few others if they would like to come with us. I would prefer to be downstairs with Alistair anyway. I cannot imagine sleeping anywhere but in my hammock on his chest. The time is almost here. Yes, I hear Gentle Soul's thoughts in my mind. Alistair immediately disconnects from my mind so he and Gentle Soul can do their mutual connection thing that they do. They can instantaneously know everything that happened to each other from their last connection to now. Oh, I hear both their thoughts already. That was fast. I sometimes wonder if Alistair, also being a deep thinker, could also do that. None of his clan were wind tunnel makers, or so he thinks. I wonder about them too. Maybe it was a forgotten ability of his clan. Well, there is no point dwelling on it. He immediately dismisses those thoughts every time. Gentle Soul and Alistair already have a plan, and not the one that Alistair and I thought of. But that is okay, I suppose. Gentle Soul begins to tell me something. The little people have a scar between their shoulder blades, all of them, even Shaylin and all 3 of her children. Gentle Soul thinks that they were just like me and would also have wings. Wings? Oh my goodness, she knows! Of course she would know. She knows everything that Alistair knows. Okay, so she is reassuring me that no one will ever find out from her. Good. I am not ready to show my wings. She is telling me that little people have had their wings surgically removed at birth. She also believes that they have been enacting their revenge on bigger people for decades, and that this is the cause of their mischief. Only one woman in the colony knows all this, and the knowledge will be passed to a chosen young person before she dies, so the removal of wings and the mischief will continue. Gentle Soul believes that this colony was where my mother was taken from, and I was born in captivity. She asks permission to check my memories and to bring them... What? Bring them forward? What does that mean? Oh, she is going to help me remember. Alistair has not helped me remember. Maybe he does not know how. We have a long conversation in our minds, Gentle Soul, Alistair and I. Very long. After conversing for what seems like hours, I wonder why I am not tired. Oh, right. Mind stuff. We took so long that I forgot we were mind talking and not mouth talking. Everything is clear, and I am glad they both took my ideas on board and added them to their plan. I suppose it's our plan now.
Thank you so much for joining us with the cuppa. We appreciate your company.